So I have 3 small sausage patties cooking up. Jimmy Dean's mild country sausage. In my little bitty 6-cup aroma rice cooker. And now I'm mixing up some biscuit to make in the little mini pie maker. I've got a 1/3 cup of flour and between 1/2 and 1 tablespoon of butter that I just grated on this grater into it. I'll mix it up and I'll add the water a little at a time to see how much it takes. So I use self-rising flour and I use a scant 1/8 teaspoon of salt and about 3 1/4 tablespoons of water. I first mixed up the butter with the flour and then I added the water. Now I'm going to, you have to hold this up there. My husband's going to help me. You have to hold that part, yeah. Now I'm going to just scrape this dough into the pie maker. And I'm not going to spread it out or anything. I just got some of the edges that'll probably burn. But we'll see how this goes. And then I'm going to close it. See how long it takes. Sausage patties are cooking up pretty good in this little rice cooker. And I'll, when the biscuit's done, I'll make me a little egg in here. And the sausage is done, I'll make me a little egg to go with it. You can hear the butter sizzling in the biscuit in there. I'd set the timer for 9 minutes. And Ken, oh my gosh. I have to go back and find the man's name that I got this idea from. My recipe's different than his, but he gave me the idea of using this little pie maker for biscuits. I'll put his name in the description box as soon as I find it in just a minute. I think it's Click. On YouTube, you need to go visit him because he is like the master of making biscuits. He's great. He even makes cornbread in this, you know, so like a big cornbread muffin. Anyway, I'll put his name in the description box. You can see the lid's raising up from the self-rising flour the biscuit starting to rise. Okay, it's been 9 minutes. Ooh, there it is, nice and brown. Ooh, that looks pretty good. Look at the bottom. Okay, let's see if I can get this out of here without burning myself. I'm using a little silicone deal here. Spurtle, they're called. It came with my spatulas. Okay. That looks pretty good. Pretty delicious. I'll let it cool for just a minute, then we'll open it up and see, make sure it's done really well. Anyway, the next one I make today, in just a minute, is going to be dairy-free. So I'm not going to use any milk. I didn't use milk with this one. And believe me, it doesn't need it. It tastes delicious, because this is how I make my biscuits anyway. Not in this little thing. This is the first time I use this, but I'm going to use no milk and no butter. And I will oil this little thing a little bit. And we'll try that. So people who can't have dairy products can have these biscuits. So now we'll check the sausages and see if they're done. 200. I think I may have overcooked them just a little. Yeah. Okay, I better get those out. Cooked up pretty good. So here's our biscuit dough for the second biscuit. And I put a hair under a 1/3 cup of flour, self-rising flour, a scant 1/8 teaspoon of salt, and 3 level tablespoons of water. And I'm going to put that in our heated little pie maker and make the next biscuit. Set it for 9 minutes. Here's our sausages. Yum. They look burnt in the video, but they're not. They're dark brown. They're good. Look good. After 9 minutes, this dairy-free, butter-free, and milk-free biscuit, I didn't brown quite as well as the other one, so I just brushed a little oil on the top. Now I'm going to leave it go for another minute. For someone who can't eat butter or milk, that's a pretty good biscuit. It still didn't brown as well as the other one. This one is the one with some butter, no milk. And I think next time I'm going to do this one. with the butter and no milk. And we'll see how it tastes, because that's usually how I do mine anyway. I left about a tablespoon of oil in this little rice cooker, and I put about 2 teaspoons of flour in it. And I'm going to make some gravy, sausage gravy. I'll make the gravy, put some milk in this after I get this flour cooked for a little bit. And then I'll crumble up one of those sausages in it. It'd be pretty good. You have to leave the lid on this for it to stay uncooked when you don't have much food inside. So, take the lid off and it'll go to warm. But that's okay. And then I'll just put it back on and it'll cook. I think we need 1 more teaspoon of flour here. Yeah, let's try that. 1 more teaspoon. Let's see how that goes. That's 3 teaspoons of flour. Yeah, that's better. Now I just cook the flour a little while until some of the flour taste cooks out. That's what they always say anyway. I think it does help. And add the milk and cook it. But I have to keep putting the lid back on or it goes to warm. So let's put that lid back on now. So here it's cooked for a little while. I'm going to add milk, and I'm just going to add a little bit at a time. You can check it a little at a time like that until you get the consistency you want. Of course, it's going to get thicker as it cooks. As it comes back up, it'll come up to a boil and it'll thicken up. That should be enough, I think. I don't know how much that is. Maybe 3/4 of a cup. Anyway, that should be enough for 1 person. But you could double this for 2. Oh, I just have my salt and pepper. Let's see. Get my salt and pepper. Salt and pepper it up. Now, after this comes to a boil, it'll start thickening up, and I'll turn it off, and you'll have, and I'll break up one of those sausage patties, and we'll have sausage gravy. Yum. It's come to a boil, and it doesn't take long once it does that. If something would happen, your gravy would be too thick, just add a little more milk. That looks pretty good. Oh, yum. I'm going to turn it off now. Keep it on warm. Oh, I better put my sausage in there. So there's my sausage gravy. Yum, yum. Like I said, you can double this for 2, but let's have a little taste test. I know, I already tasted it, but you know. Let's have a little piece of sausage in there with it. It's hot. Oh my goodness. That is delicious. In this little bitty 6-cup rice cooker, you can make a bunch of gravy, really. Now I'll be back in a little bit with the biscuit. Now I can pour this gravy over my biscuit, crumble my biscuit up and pour it over there because biscuits and gravy, yum. But I like my biscuit to the side with butter on it. And then I just eat the sausage gravy with a spoon. So there's my biscuit. I already tasted it. This is the first one I made with the butter. I went ahead and put about 3/4 of a tablespoon of butter in it. You don't even, look at that. Soft inside, crispy on the outside and brown. Yum. You don't even need milk. It's soft and delicious and crispy. And when you take a bite, it tastes just like butter. It tastes like it's buttered already, you know. Oh my goodness, that's good. And with the gravy. And a little orange juice. Well, this was an experiment, but it turned out pretty good. The biscuit is delicious. I mean, I don't know if you can see the texture, but it is soft and delicious and crispy on the outside. Yeah, but if you can't use butter, you can still make a biscuit in that. And no milk. It still turns out. It's not bad. Just a minute. Here's the one without the butter. It finally browned up a little bit because I put a little oil on the top. But it's soft inside, but it's a little drier than the one with the butter. The one with butter is my favorite. Okay, guys, I'll be back with some more pie maker hacks later. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.